Scott Lorenzo will do some comedy for you, man. So you guys will listen up just a little bit. Let's have some fun. Come on, Scott. Sideways, how we doing? As I say sideways on Wednesday. For a karaoke crowd. Anybody come on Wednesday nights? I also do Wednesdays. I'm a singing comedian in addition to this. I haven't been here in a bit. I've been dieting, spending money on diet. Anybody do keto? Anybody ever done keto? Anybody coming in here on a diet? And I'm down like 33 pounds. So since I started it, so pretty good. Yeah. Keto is probably one of the easiest diets you can do when you think about it. If you're, just a shit ton of meat. If you're good with eating just a shit ton of meat and not putting it on a slice of bread, you're fucking set. You're good. And this place has like the feeding pen, which is like 6 pounds of meat, and it's got like more ribs than a Feed the Children commercial. So the most recent Feed the Children commercial, they put them on a clearance bin. It went from 50 cents a day to 35 cents a day. Meanwhile, ASPCA commercials are still doing 60 cents a day. Yeah, still paying premium prices for the dogs and 35 for the kids. If I was a starving kid in Africa and I had access to craft supplies, I'd glue some fur to my back and go for that big money. I don't know much about. Or partner up with the furry community, have them make me a sloth suit, so I can be something that Americans actually give a shit about, Speaking of abused children, I drove by a sign in Dallas. It was kind of faded. It said, "Abused children can't wait." That's all it said on it. It said, "Abused children can't wait." Now, I don't know if they're an advocacy group or they figured out the problem, but maybe that is the problem. That just impatient kids. Maybe if you don't say "mommy" 40 times in 2 minutes, you don't catch hands. What did we learn today, Junior? Yeah, Daddy's gonna bust your lip if you say that shit again. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Like the billboard, get abused children can't wait. Yeah. Yeah, I know, abused children, they're pretty messed up jokes, but I love them. And much like abusing children, if you do it right, it never gets old. All right, so recently there's been ads about texting and driving, and they got the guy from Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson, to do the commercials. And so he's in there spitting lines like, "Don't cross the streams, don't text and drive." And then he's got the Ecto 1 behind him, and he's like, "Don't text and drive because you don't want to see these lights behind you." Like, I've been on this planet 38 years. There's nothing more that I want than to see the Ecto 1 behind me. I want to see that happen in real life. I want them to pull up and they go, "Do you know why we stopped you? Am I just something strange in the neighborhood? Do I have a ghost in the back seat? Am I a Make-A-Wish kid? Either way, I'm glad to see you, Dr. Bateman." Come to think of it, that would be the most awkward Make-A-Wish ever. You got a sick kid in the hospital wants to see all the Ghostbusters. That's his last request. You go, "Okay, guys, you got the T-shirts, you got the hat, you got the balloons. You're gonna get going, right?" Actually, he's looking a little bit pale, and gas prices being the way they are, we don't want to make 2 trips. We're just gonna stick around. All right, so current events, we got the war in Ukraine. That's not such a fun, sexy subject, is it? So glad Putin decided to invade Ukraine. Just kind of a retro retroact on his part. A lot of people want to try and shift blame around to everybody, you know, trying to say it's his fault, trying to say it's Ukraine's fault, trying to say it's Biden's fault. I don't really know. But the best I've been able to come up with is that he's wanting to get back something and going about it in very wrong ways, very publicly wrong ways, very disastrously wrong ways. I can only guess that we are to blame. More specifically, Ben Affleck and J-Lo are to blame because he got the inkling that, you know, if the two of them can get back together, anything is possible. If Drogi Batman and Jenny from Block can make it work, it will happen, comrades. There's currently an anti-vaping campaign going on. Now they've moved from cigarettes to vaping. It's like, talk to your kids about vaping. Please have that conversation. Don't be in the cloud. Talk to your kids about vaping. Why? So we can discuss favorite flavors, so that we can talk about our mods, so that we can share punch cards. I mean, you know, I was a secondhand smoker for the first 19 years of my life. This shit's fine with me, honestly. I live with a vape, you know, enthusiast. It's okay. I'm not troubled by that at all.
What can I say?
It was a recent trending topic. Somebody was trying to say, all right, you give us your best lines, ruin a sexual encounter in 5 words or less. Yeah, challenge accepted. Okay. Here's my best list here. That wasn't a fart. Please mind the colostomy bag. The Tiber is non-negotiable. I can't come without brimming. I need your whole fist. Where'd my wristwatch go? I need to call you mommy. The dog may join in. No, that's not from shaving. The safe word is coprophagia. Yeah, Google that. That one's fun. And the pineapple goes in base first. So anytime we're hanging around with my girlfriend's friends, they like to rib me and they go, so when are you gonna pop the question? You've been together 6 years, when are you gonna pop the question? You know, and it's awkward. It's awkward every time, and you know, and then you start seeing the ads because your phone knows when things are going on in the world now. They got ears everywhere. So it's, you know, the Beers ad. It's like take her breath away. Sales ads, take her breath away. Oh, okay, I'll get her the best thing I can afford, but I'm going to guarantee I'm going to take her breath away. I'm going to put it in a dark drink. I'm hedging my bets. I love you too.
Put it in a dark drink.
Does anybody have kids and they watch that Coco Melon? All popular Coco Melon, some prepubescent little animated kid. I don't know why they decided on Coco Melon as a name. It doesn't sound like a name for a kid. It sounds like a condition. It sounds like you got a girlfriend who, you know, was trying to decide between either getting the electrolysis done in her chest or getting the implants, and she went with the implants first. So now they're as big as melons and they're as hairy as coconuts. Used in the sentence. I submitted that to Urban Dictionary. They got approved right away. Coco Melon, yeah. So it's like used in a sentence, like, wow, Lady Sasquatch has got some real rockin' cocoa melons. Hey, baby, what about you and me in a bucket in there, and we see what you got hiding under there? I'd rather get toe fucked by Bigfoot. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go on a sour note on this. Went to a funeral recently, and it was very sudden. The guy, you know, died in an accident. very sad, you know. They got one of his friends to do the eulogy, but they got the wrong guy to do the eulogy. They got that, oh, I got one better. Oh, that ain't nothing, I got one better. So as soon as he started with the eulogy, he's like, although Jerry's death may be tragic, it still pales in comparison to the suffering of Jesus. And I'm like, oh, okay. Why do you want to contrast and compare at a time like this? Like, okay, so I'm not going to have that guy do my funeral. I'm not very religious, so he's going to have to do something like that. You know, although Scott, you know, he died very quickly and sad. His suffering was nothing along the lines of what Alex J. Murphy suffered from. He was a very dedicated Detroit police officer. He was gunned down in his prime, and he rose from the dead to become RoboCop. Yeah, and Scott can't even get his fat ass out of the casket to do inventory. It's laziness. It's selfishness is what it is. Anybody eat the Hostess snack food at the donuts? They're mini donuts. They're delicious as hell. But it's another one of those things. It doesn't sound like it should be for a donut. It sounds like it should be for an all-girl doo-wop group from the 60s. They had one really racy album, you know, and that was it. The record cut them off, you know. What would that record have had? What would the tracks have been? Atlantic Records bringing the sweetest girls you've ever seen, the Donettes, with their instant classic album, including tracks like Going to the Bakery, Gonna Get Glazed, Custard Filled and Begging for More, Frosted on the Kitchen Table, Taste My Jelly, Earn Your Wings, Fill My Donut Holes, Hot, Sweaty, and Covered in Your Sprinkles. Is that a jumbo kolache in your bag? Best strap in, I come by the dozen. My fritter needs your apples. Y'all, thank you so much. I had a really good time.